Boxing needs to get going. It needs to have fight dates set. It needs to have fighters starting to train, and it needs to be ready to go with a bunch of dates that are behind closed doors. Welcome to Jabs on Dazn, presented by Contenders. Sergio, Danny Williams has called out Mike Tyson for a rematch of their 2004 fight won by Williams. If Tyson were to come back and fight anybody in his previous boxing history, who would you want to see him face?
Michael Spinks. I mean, that fight only lasted about 90 seconds, 93 seconds. Give him a rematch. Maybe it can go past the first round and it'll be different. Michael Spinks, the Jinx.
Lennox Lewis versus Mike Tyson 2. Senior circuit boxing. The undercard can be Mora Manfredo, which is also senior circuit boxing.
You're a masochist, because both Tyson and Manfredo will get killed.
All right, we start with Canelo Alvarez, who was originally slated to fight Billy Joe Saunders earlier this month. Now, with his next opponent in flux, Golden Boy president Eric Gomez told Boxing Scene that Canelo's next fight might be behind closed doors. Gomez said if it's something Canelo would approve and he's up for it, and we can make it work for everyone involved, we're going to do it. Sergio, should Canelo fight behind closed doors?
Canelo's not going to have another choice. I mean, boxing's pushing every boxer to start to motivate themselves to get the idea of having a fight in an empty arena. I mean, look, we want to get back to work. We want to get back to the hurt business. Even superstars are going to have to shine in empty stages. So Canelo's going to have to get used to that fact. And everybody else, not only Canelo, but Triple G and Anthony Joshua and everybody else. Limited fans, essential workers. That's just the way it has to be nowadays.
Yeah, I don't think we're there yet with Canelo Alvarez making the decision to fight with behind closed doors, just like I don't think we're there yet with Anthony Joshua or Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford or any of the top fighters. I think if you're Canelo Alvarez, you have to start at least considering the idea of closed-door venues. And you have to start to think, look, if we get to July and I need to book my next fight for September, what am I going to do? And look, I'm of the opinion, Sergio, and this is based largely on what I hear from medical experts, that there is no way that we're going to have crowds in stands in any sport until we get closer to the end of the year, and maybe not until 2021. So if you're Canelo Alvarez, yes, of course, you can wait until the end of 2020 to get back in the ring and hope that there are crowds there, but you also have to recognize that you've got a lucrative streaming deal with Dazn that pays you a whole bunch of money to get in the ring, fans or no fans. So if you're Canelo, you're used to fighting in front of big crowds. You've been doing it for most of your professional career, but you have to start thinking, if I want to fight in September, more likely than not, it's going to be behind closed doors.
I think Canelo's smart enough to be able to adjust and evolve into that. He's getting a lot of money, millions of dollars. I mean, he's going to have maybe the easiest choice. Yes, he's going to miss the crowds, the music, the mariachi, the lights, everything, the whole spectacle that comes behind fighting on May and September. But it's something that he's going to do because of the money and because of the obligations, not only with the network and Dazn, but to his fans also, because this is such an important date. These are two important dates for Mexican and Mexican Americans and Latinos and boxing fans. We need boxing back, and we need the number one superstar to agree not only to fight on smaller stages and smaller arenas, but maybe even take less money because of that. I don't know the details behind his contract, but yes, I think he's going to do that. He's humble enough to want to do that as well.
Look, everybody is taking less money in all walks of life. That's just the reality of this pandemic. Fighters, athletes, they're no different and should be no different at this point. One thing I think you have to remember with Canelo when you're thinking about his decision is that this is a guy that likes to fight 3 times per year. Like, he wants to be busy, wants to fight in May, September, and even December if given the opportunity. That was one of the original plans to start this calendar year. Now, the possibility of only fighting once this year, I don't think that's going to sit well with Canelo Alvarez.